Hey guys, it's Giridhar here, and in this video today I'm gonna compare the Moto G5s Plus and the Xiaomi Mi A1 head on head. So let's see which mobile is the best one for you. Let's start straight away with the hardware. Both this mobile have the exact similar hardware. In fact, they're running on the same Snapdragon 625 processor with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. There is a 3GB variant in G5s Plus, but let's not talk about that right now. In the software front, both run on stock Android. Earlier, we used to see Xiaomi devices running on MIUI, so it might not have been a fair comparison, but now both these mobiles are running on stock Android experience, so it definitely makes sense to compare both these devices and see which performs well. I ran all my benchmark tests, but the benchmark scores gave me the exact same count between both these mobiles. So we have a tie here. Price wise, G5s Plus is 1000 rupees more than the Mi A1. Mi A1 is retailing at 14,999 while the G5s Plus is priced at rupees 15,999 for the 4GB variant. Design wise, if you ask me, I would say the design is a personal choice. I will leave it up to you, but my personal preference would be the Mi A1 because I didn't find the finishing of the G5s Plus to be as good as the Mi A1. Another downside of the G5s Plus is the fact that it doesn't have any magnetometer or orientation sensor for your maps, but it has NFC. While Mi A1 does not have NFC, it has all your basic requirement of sensors. G5s Plus is running on 3000 mAh battery and the Mi A1 is running on 3080 mAh of battery, but still I find that the G5s Plus has got marginally better battery performance compared to Mi A1. So now we have a tie. The ultimate tiebreaker would be the camera. So let's place the shots clicked from both these mobiles side by side and compare them and see which camera or which mobile camera can click better shots. Let's have a look at some of the images that is shot with Mi A1 and G5s. So this one is a shot of my friend Sami. So this one was shot in airport indoor lighting conditions. You can see that Mi A1 has done a good job in terms of skin color, skin tone reproduction. Though there are a lot of noise around the edges, I can see that the image is overall pleasing and looks good when shot with Mi A1. The same shot with G5s. The color reproduction is not at all perfect. The white balance is totally off the chart, and also the edge detection is not good. Under close inspection, you can see that the edge is confused to the background and it is almost blurred. So I think Mi A1 is doing a good job in terms of portrait mode. Okay, so this image was shot under low light conditions. Even though it is shot under low light conditions, Mi A1 has clearly picked up a lot of color information and also the details are all pronounced. Comparing the shot with G5s, you can see that the color reproduction is little bit weaker. The colors are faded, and compared to Mi A1, it's not a pleasing image overall. This one was shot in daylight, and the image that is shot with Mi A1 has got a lot of contrast details. I think the black levels are much better in the one that is shot with Mi A1 compared to what that is shot in G5s. You can see that the image is good, but overall the white balance is not that great, and also the image is not punchier. So here is another shot against the light, and you can see the veins of the leaf. Though you can actually see the details are not that clear. It is slightly merging because the edges are all softened, probably because of some algorithm that is running inside the Mi A1. Compared to this, the shot with G5s is looking really good on the details. The colors are also good, and also the details and sharpness of this image is much better. Speaking about colors, any sensor would find it difficult to differentiate between the pink and deep red. But Mi A1 has done a really good job here. You can see a lot of differentiation between the colors here, and the colors are all reproduced exactly as what it is supposed to be. And the same shot with G5s, the distinction between the red and pink is not that pronounced, though the other colors are all good. Nothing to complain about the other colors. The reproduction and the sensing of the red color is really important, and in that department, I think Mi A1 is doing a really good job. So low light photography. So let's see some shots here. So this one was shot with Mi A1. You can see that there are a lot of noise around the images, and also the color reproduction is not that great under this lighting condition. The same shot with G5s, the color reproduction is good. The images is sharp. Overall, it's looking pleasing. I think G5s is doing a good job under low light conditions. Okay, both these mobiles have dual cameras, stereo effect. They can give you a background bokeh like any DSLR with a large aperture value. So this one is emulated to have a depth of focus here. You can see this image is shot with G5s. Though the exposure is right, the edge detection and the background blur is not good. Background blur is totally looking artificial, and edge detection has completely failed in some parts of my face. The same shot with Mi A1, though the exposure is little bit higher than what it is supposed to be, the face is much clearer, and the background blur is more natural, and the edge detection algorithm is really kicking ass here. Under low light condition, the story is different. You can see that this image has got a lot of noise. It is shot in portrait mode, but still there is a lot of noise here. Let's see a same shot with G5. I don't see much of a noise here. Details being picked up by the sensor. So definitely G5s has got a better sensor, and that's the reason it is performing really well under low light conditions. You can see the seam around this cricket ball is really pronounced and very sharp and detailed. Compared to what we shot with Mi A1, I think the G5s has done a really good job, and low light performance on the G5s is really good. Mi A1 has got a telefocus lens which gives it 2x optical zoom capability. So this one was shot with 2x optically zoomed, and the edges are all sharp and a lot of details preserved here. Fantastic job here, mainly because of the optical zoom, and unfortunately G5s doesn't have any optical zoom, so I tried to zoom in digitally to see how good the image is, and you can see the result here. It's not that great. The edges are all blurred against each other, not good on details, and it's not at all a good image to look at overall. So this is that shot without any zoom, which is a 1x shot. The same shot with G5s. I think the HDR mode on G5s is really good. The details are on the clouds and the trees. It's all great. But overall, because of the zooming capabilities, I give the points to Mi A1. So here are a few more shots that are shot with Mi A1 and G5s. And you can see that visibly Mi A1 is doing a good job. And in this shot, the colors are all nicely pronounced. The details are all there. And here is a shot with portrait mode, shot with Mi A1. You can see that the edge detection is really good, and the background blur is also smooth and natural. Compared to what we clicked in G5s, the edge detection is not that perfect. You can see some of the edges are actually merging with the background, and it is getting blurred. So the software algorithm has to be improved in G5s. The same result with another angle, the same image with Mi A1 looks good compared to what we clicked in G5s. So overall, I think the Mi A1 has got a really good camera here, except one department, which is the low light mode. Low light mode, G5s actually wins hands down. But still under multiple lighting conditions, Mi A1 brings out a lot of details, sharpness. It has got telephoto zooming capabilities. The color reproduction is good. The white balance is perfect. And also the black levels, the depth, everything is good on the Mi A1 as compared to G5s. Both these mobiles can record videos at up to 4K resolution. But then, if you record at 1080p resolution, G5s offers you electronic image stabilization, which gives you a good result compared to the footage on the Mi A1.
This is the front camera of the Moto G5s Plus. This is the front camera from Mi A1. So let me do a 360.
So guys, in my opinion, Mi A1 can click better shots under most of the lighting conditions. Of course, G5s Plus has got a better low light performance, but on a normal usage, Mi A1 covers most of the lighting conditions and most of the use cases. Ultimately, my choice, my preference would be the Xiaomi Mi A1, but it is totally left up to you. You know your usage better. So out of both these mobiles, which one do you think would suit your usage? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Until then, this is Giridhar signing off. Goodbye.